Dredge is back, and I know I didn't actually do videos for my whole playthrough of Dredge, but I really enjoyed it. I've been looking forward to this expansion for a while. The Pale Reach just been released, and at £6 I'm expecting a little bit extra gameplay on top of the original game, as well as a nice self-contained Eldritch story, hopefully that will affect the rest of the map. And off we go. The expansion description said it can be experienced at any stage in the game, so I load up my endgame save to begin. Once loaded, the map very clearly tells me where the new content is, which I appreciate. I also ponder if the map's edges have gotten any larger, but it has been a while since my last playthrough, and I'm uncertain if that's the case. I immediately head over, and while I do so, I once again revel at how fast my little boat can go. Oh yeah, I forgot how fast I was. And while I do love Dredge's sound design, just like every other game I play nowadays, I have to end up turning the sound down. The game does then punish me by not playing any more music, so I can't confirm whether the sound settings are correct. Another point of note is I have been vaguely following the patch notes, and I did notice nature encounters have been increased, which is fantastic. Stuff like this whale breaching really makes the world feel more alive. A great addition. I approach the glacier, and I'm not greeted immediately by a friendly neighbourhood trader. Perhaps I came from the wrong direction. So I begin my surveil of the land. I am greeted by one of Dredge's wreck golems. I really would like there to be something more to these things than just being weird mimics. But hey-ho. At least it adds a little bit of flavour. I also notice that this biome has ice fishing spots. This makes sense, and gives me another reason to find the trader to get a new rod. I continue going the entire way around the island, and do notice some odd clusters of rocks blocking my way in. Perhaps I'll be able to get past these later. My first sign of life is one of our cultist buddies, and he's looking for some fish as per his Eldritch contract. Having still obtained no means of fishing here, I move along quickly. I do, however, remember most of my previous cultists died of hunger, so I lament that I probably won't be able to save him meeting him this early. No, I don't have an ice fish, and because I've talked to you so early, you're probably going to die, which is unfortunate for you. In my journey, I spot a golden sheen indicating a quest item, but it is once again blocked by these annoyingly placed rocks, so I have to move on once again. I'm pretty certain now that I had gone the wrong way. As my first actually obtainable reward, I stumble upon a lore rock. I had previously learned these are triggered by your spook level, and being adequately spooked, I can read it. It tells me a tale of an ancient battle. A deep vision enters your mind. Darkness, the deep, two, then sparks of light as tooth and spine meet horn and nail, two primeval forces clashing at the bottom of the world. After an age, a victor triumphs, sundering the other into possibly large remnants that ascend to the surface slowly to be claimed by the sky. But the broken body holds power still. Threads of crimson essence reach out through the water, stretching to unite the creature once more. As the remains break the surface, ice begins to form. So, I think that's saying under the ice is like the loser of this great battle. Oh, can you not be like incredibly spooked? Thanks. I wish I could find a place to stop. Wait, is that? Oh, hello. Oh, okay. I don't know if that's just a general spook or if that's a specific ice spook. I'm not certain. I finally find the trader where I can rest and repair. She also teaches me about an icebreaker, which if I collect enough parts can help me break through those pesky rocks I've been seeing. Fantastic. I'd also finally obtained an ice rod, so I can begin my favourite minigames. Oh, I love the fishing minigames. It's great. Oh, we got the spooky boy as well. Nice. I think I need this for the guy, right? So I can have all the jet engines. I feel like my engine's pretty good. Sarlacc Pit 2.0, maybe. That's different. That's an astral fish. We got an astral and a thawed one. Fish, all the fish, all the fish. Thank you for all of the fish. Unfortunately, I didn't read the cultist request properly. I basically just skimmed it, as he wants a specific ice fish aberration and not just any one. Because of this, I sail to him, get disappointed, and then sail back. I follow the small entrance next to the trader and stumble upon the photographer. She's another addition to the game and enables photo mood if you find her. That's part of the older patches though, and not specifically this expansion. She wants to take a photo of a narwhal, and I happily supply the bait. It guarantees an aberration. Yeah, but it needs to be the specific aberration. So it doesn't really matter. We just keep fishing. And I probably want more money. Okay, that doesn't look like a friendly narwhal. That looks like a spooky narwhal, you know? You know? I don't think that's a friendly narwhal at all. I think I'm getting out of here, so to feed my bestest buddy his delicious fractal fish. I do really like this first encounter with the adversary of this area, but as I just stated, before I enter its den, I must feed my pet cultist. Here it is, the fish that you wanted. Okay, what the heck is this? It's a crab. Oh. I did not invest much in crab technology. At all. But thankfully, after inspecting the encyclopedia, I realized the basic ones will be fine for catching this type of fish. So, I place a few of those, and with my crab pots hopefully working, I enter the narwhal's den. As I enter, I immediately lock my eyes onto a golden sparkle and begin dredging, for what I assume is an icebreaker part. While doing so, the narwhal comes for me, but seemingly jumps right past me. Oh, hello. Oh, he missed. Well, sucks to be you, because I've just docked. My first major port seems to be an abandoned dig site. Inside the small decrepit cabin, I found a journal and a crudely drawn map. The journal speaks of simple expedition issues before detailing the captain hearing a prophecy from the ice below. Make sure we have a lot of... Okay, so you can distract it with fish. The most almighty voice spoke unto me. It resounded from the thick ice below, at once both powerful and eternal. It wasn't a trick of a wind nor a jest by the crew. It did not pause for response or acknowledgement, but whispered a cryptid philosophy? Prophecy. At first I could not make sense of it. 3 listeners shall hear the heart, and that I should indulge these listeners. It spoke of boundless wealth from the stars and of eyes opening unto the world. The rest of my sleep was feverish as my mind was plagued with the sound of the voice. It spun in my head, echoing ever louder. In the morning, the boatswain and the navigator came to me separately, claiming to have heard a sound like a heartbeat as the men were digging yesterday. They indicated a desire to explore the eastern and western reaches of the ice field. I shall indulge them. Okay. A spooky boy. Hello? Don't disturb the ice. But what if I want to? He's the captain. It promised stones for the size. It knew 3 would hear the heart. It commanded 3 listeners, 3 sacrifice for 3 eyes. I obeyed, but a 4th now sees forever. Futile. Slumbering still, should leave it sees you before it whispers. Nah, it's fine. Break the ice? You betcha. Oh. What the hell is that? Okay, I don't have that. I love disturbing ancient Cthulhus. It's my favorite thing. I'm already enjoying the story of this place. It appears this man attempted to deal with one of the eldritch horrors beneath the ice, and either was tricked or the sacrifices were not completed. It appears to me we will be freeing these trapped souls which may end up dooming us all. Sounds good to me. I wander around in this central area, entirely undisturbed by the creature, mind you, and discover another fish place on fractured ice. It seems the intro with the photographer wasn't just for show, but a tutorial for one of the mechanics of this island. That's a really nice and natural way of showing it to us, and I definitely appreciate it. Past this area I found another icebreaker piece, and a giant claw of the eldritch horror. Nestled underneath is another frozen soul. This time it's a navigator. He asked me to free him, tells me it's the captain's fault, which I had already gathered. This fellow also has a journal telling his sorry tale, how being underneath the claw at night froze him solid. I immediately rest underneath the claw, and nothing bad happens to me. I make sure to restock for any future narwhal barriers, which I then do find and activate, though before that a lovely piece of storytelling occurs. Oh, I can hear the heartbeat. I can hear it. They know I'm here. I have been noticed. I am the chosen. Just like those frozen before me, I can hear the heartbeat of the monster. It's such a small thing to add, but I absolutely love how it really draws me into this tale. Perhaps my actions really will bring about the revival of this cruel beast. This game's fantastic. I'm so glad they decided to do more. Hey, narwhal. There you go. Thank you. While I do like the narwhal's design and its function, I definitely felt a lot more threatened by the monsters on the other islands and see this one as more of a helper than anything. I begin to think perhaps it is a baby of the eldritch creature here, and we'll have to deal with more menacing things later. Pondering aside, I collect the final icebreaker part and consult the third ice sculpture. This time it is the boatswain. To be honest, I have no idea what that is, but he does also tell me of how the captain took him here to freeze under the claw. His journal also speaks of the captain's lust for the promised treasure, I once again sleep under the claw to see if I freeze, and nothing happens. Hey there, it's Editing Salvner here. It's day 2 of editing, as you can tell by the change in outfit. I always think these projects are going to take less time than they do, but even this single stream is taking a while to edit. In case you haven't realised, somehow I am going to be spoiling the whole expansion in this video, so keep that in mind. I return to the merchant, bounty in hand, and am rewarded with our brand new Icebreaker. I then check my crab pots to see if I have the specific fish my buddy needs, and unfortunately, the answer is no. I briefly return to the trader, and she mentions that she can remove the Icebreaker if I want. I have absolutely no idea why you would want to do that, so I do not take her up on her offer. It's at this point I check the map, and I'm amused to see the map I found at the dig site has just sort of been taped to my existing one. That's a really nice addition, I must say. Armed with our new tool, I rush over to where the golden sparkle was I saw during my round trip of the island, and sure enough, the Icebreaker can break through these rocks. Inside this area appears to be one of Dredge's shrines, and if I offer it what appears to be 4 jellyfish, I'll get an eldritch fishing implement. Every single one of these has been fantastic, so I'm very interested in doing this. Before dredging the quest item, I check to see if the nearby fish are said jellyfish. Unfortunately, to install the ice fishing rod, I removed my more general tools, and so I return to the trader, install a compatible rod, and then come back. Oh hey, oh, wait, so that's not a spook? Oh, he's eaten by a white... Okay, that's so cool. Only to then discover that these fish are not jellyfish. The quest item appears to be the ice pick I need. Great, now I can fulfill my glorious purpose of freeing or killing the sacrifices. Entering through a very conveniently located icebreaker-friendly pathway, I stumble upon my first victim, the boatswain. There's no reason why I shouldn't break the ice. No reason at all. Oh hey, I got one of the heart things. Okay, so definitely want to break all the ice then. Yeah, I'm doing this. I'll get a reward. I love the little cracking animation that plays when I strike the figure, and the giant creature certainly looks impressive. Really interested to see where this goes. And also we found the first of our so-called frozen hearts for the shrine. Not jellyfish at all. What's that? I followed this strange golden beacon to its source, making sure to partake in some fishing along the way. Did I mention I like fishing minigames? That's a shark. That's a big old shark. Oh, hello. Hi. Hiya. I'm just gonna catch some fish if that's okay. I have found the creature. Its 3 open devilish eyes watching from within the ice. It's a fantastic set piece, and right next to it is another camp and ice sculpture, and this one gives us an excellent view of the beast as I talk with the frozen man. He too speaks of the captain's betrayal and how we should free him and cull the creature's heart. This is the first officer of the crew. So it was a sacrifice that was needed to awaken this thing, but I don't know whether the sacrifice is... Wait, why are there multiple? Oh, it's 1 axe per thing? Oh. I mean, I'm gonna do it, but, like... I feel like I shouldn't, you know? I feel like breaking the ice will summon him, but I'm still gonna do it. Because, you know, gameplay. And I currently have no other options, so I'm gonna just break the ice. Must not fully awaken the eyes. Strike the heart. There you go. Oh, that makes him close his eyes. Okay. Well, that's not what I expected at all. Pesty single-use axes, they don't make quality tools anymore. They really don't. That is not what I expected at all. I very much expected him to be more awake. Let's just sleep next to him. Morning. Sleep well, giant spooky monster. I double back to the trader to sell some fish and check on my traps. As I do, I consider that the captain's betrayal not only didn't get him his treasure, but didn't even free the beast. It's pretty worthless if you ask me. The traps I own still don't have the fish I need. These are also pretty worthless. I repair my traps, dump them in the sea, and return to the centre of the island, within which I find, protected by breakable ice, an ice shaper. I have no idea what this does, but perhaps it will help us once we've broken all the ice people out. Some more exploring leads me to find another pickaxe, and it seems that all of the pickaxes are conveniently placed next to the place you actually need to use them, so a very short sail later, and another sculpture broken, and another monster eye closed. Enjoy. Maybe closed eyes is the way that he wakes up. Maybe the more sleepy he is, the stronger he gets. There's a definite level of copium setting in. I'm really wanting a climactic finale, but it just doesn't seem like it's heading that way. I hope that's not the case. Just as before, the captain's pickaxe is right next to the initial dig site, so a quick hop, skip and a jump and the final goal is complete. Through the shadows, no hope. We'll break it. Or maybe that big monster was keeping the other bigger monster in check, you know? Oh, never mind. He's strong when he's sleeping. Wait, oh, huh? Okay. I'm still holding out for something special. I mean, I still have the ice shaper. That must be... Oh. It makes ice so fish don't rot as fast? Okay, that's fine. Well, we've got all the hearts now. Maybe the shrine awakens something. It gives me a fancy trawl net? I mean, it's useful. Okay. But the gold horn fell. Now that must be something. Surely. Aurus Anchor. You can just cast it overboard. Wait, can you do that with everything? No. Create this... Cast it overboard to create a reusable two-way portal to Blackstone Isle. Oh, very cool. This stuff. Okay. So this is all good if I were to play the game some more. I did this earlier, but what about a cinematic ending to this expansion? A finishing act? What of that? Perhaps my cultist friend. All along, he's been the end goal. I even needed the special net I got from the shrine to catch his final fish. Perhaps he gives me something. No, he gives me a book. And that gives... What did we get? 4%, okay. That's not the most exciting. Editing Salvner here, so that's it. That's the whole stream. While I was waiting for the book to read, I did go and find the cosmetics guy, hence the flags on my ship. And I also found the photographer, but I didn't really take any photos. But even now, I still have a modicum of copium. Maybe your mirror self has something to say on the new area. And maybe even if you kill the captain first, something different happens, because the other three are the sacrifices and he was just sort of an extra. Maybe I'll do that. So, I loaded up the game, and checked if there was any extra dialogue. No. I then load a very early save and do the island from scratch. The narwhal was slightly more present, now was slower, which is something, but killing the captain first did absolutely nothing. Oh. I certainly enjoyed my time with this expansion, and I wouldn't say that my £6 was cheated out of me, but if this was bundled in a Game of the Year or a complete edition of Dredge, I'd be a lot happier. Even if I bought the expansion halfway through playing the game, it would be better, though that is a hard sell to buy an expansion before you've even finished it. As a post-game content, it's a little weird. It's more of the same islands, which I love. I love that Eldritch story, but I was expecting something more with a tide bow or something more dramatic at the end. Maybe even something world-changing. For example, if you were to play this game from scratch, you'd get some nice upgrades, but it doesn't really affect the rest of the game. If it was slightly cheaper, I feel like I would be more accepting of this, but at the £6, I expected slightly more. Even so, I really enjoyed this and would definitely rate it. Salvner out 6, 8, 7 out of 10. Bye.